Welcome, my friend.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, we chatted last week, kind of got like a little meet and greet, and I think we kind of informally saw each other on Instagram. And I think for me, social media was something that I did not touch before the pandemic. But then since then, finding that it's been a good tool to like get my ideas, my philosophy, attract new people. I know that you had a similar experience. Maybe you want to start there, or give me a little bit more of the history.
Well, yeah, we can start with the social media and the internet. I'm a weight loss coach and personal trainer. I have been for over 35 years. And it was really difficult to see clients, like a lot of clients during the day. I have to go to Scarborough and Mississauga and then up north and downtown, so I might see 3-4 clients a day. And like you said, when we didn't really do much social media, and until the pandemic hit. Mm-hmm. And because I started doing online training and coaching as well, I had a little bit of a taste of it before the pandemic hit.
Sure.
And then when the pandemic hit, my business literally just exploded because I started connecting with coaches and health professionals around the globe, and we started to collaborate together. Mm-hmm. And we thought, you know what, we can accomplish a lot more in numbers than we can by ourselves. So we kind of formed this team of health professionals and coaches across the globe, and then our client base just exploded because everyone was stuck online because they were stuck at home.
Yeah.
They were worried about their health. They were worried about their what they eat, their weight gain, stress, the whole 9 yards just came into one package. So we started coaching online, and like I said before, it exploded. We went from me seeing 3-4 clients a day to having a weight loss and health challenge of 500 people across the globe.
That's good.
So the pandemic really, I always say, in every adversity comes opportunity, right? And this adversity over the last 4 years of the pandemic, it did become an opportunity for those who saw the opportunity and took advantage of it and took the leap of faith.
Yeah.
To go, to start coaching online.
You're a motivator.
I try to be, because there's so much negativity in the world, and it is, I say mindset. Mindset is so important in terms of success in everything we do in life. Mm-hmm. Everything you feed your mind, it gives it back to you. So you've ever been driving down the road and you see this beautiful car and you're going, "Wow, I wish I had that car." Mm-hmm. And then everywhere you start seeing that car.
Yeah. Yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it could be anything. Could be anything. Well, that's not a coincidence. Your mind took that information and started to subconsciously seek out that which you most desire.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though. Your mind can't tell the difference between the positive and the negative. So whatever you feed it, it'll give it back to you, right? So, for example, how we always say, women always say, all men are dogs, right? So, well,
aren't they?
Well, if that's the case, I guarantee that's all you're going to meet, right?
Yeah, I get that. Okay, so kind of like self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right. You put it out there and it comes back to you.
Why do you think people get into those philosophies or thought patterns?
Like I said before, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and I don't know what it is, but I think just people just like to gossip.
Mm-hmm. I believe that.
And it's I stay away from anything like any gossiping, any kind of, because to me that's negative energy.
Yeah.
And your body, that affects your body, that affects your health, that affects your mental state, right? So by keeping a positive mindset, by always surrounding yourself by positive people and people with good energy, you have no choice but to, take in that energy, which is really good for your soul, really good for your mindset.
Yeah.
And it affects you mentally and health-wise as well.
Do you find people don't know where to start to become self-motivated or to help others? Is it just easier just to drag people down?
Yeah, I think so. I think, misery likes company.
Yeah, that's
Right?
what I in my back of my mind.
Yeah, we always say that misery loves company, and for some reason, people don't like to see others succeed because it kind of tells them that they're not where they want to be in life.
Because we compare.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, my clients and everyone I'm around, don't compare yourself with others. Just look at the path that you're on, take your one step at a time, move forward, because those steps, those one single step at a time will compound into something bigger.
Yeah.
Right. But a lot of times people just look at the whole mountain and they say, oh, gee, I can't accomplish that. That's too much.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then they quit, and then they don't accomplish their goals. But I always take small steps at a time, and then that'll compound, and then you'll be at top of the mountain in no time.
Yeah. How do you help someone not be so cynical? Because a lot of people, they'll be like, yeah, okay, I lost a pound, big deal. So what?
Again, you lost a pound, but that's 1 pound more than what you were. 1 pound less that you weigh than you were yesterday. Again, it's just kind of reprogramming that person's mind. And I deal with that a lot. I get a lot of people who are cynical, a lot of people who are negative. And it's just a matter of reprogramming that. And I tell them to go on YouTube, and I give them examples as well. There's all kinds of really great things on YouTube. There's all bad things on YouTube too as well. But I always focus, again, on the positive things. Look at these positive videos and start feeding your mind, positive information. And that will start to reprogram your mind. Like I said, everything that you feed your mind, it gives it back to you. So if you start with these positive affirmations in the morning, positive videos, your mind will start to change. It'll start going to create a shift in the way you think.
I like that. Could you lift your hat a little bit?
Sure.
Just so everyone can see your eyes. Because I see them, but I'm noticing. Yeah. But no, it's perfect now. I everything you're saying, I agree with. And I keep on seeing how certain personas, they will gravitate towards what you're saying and easily. And others, it takes more work. Maybe they need to get it fed to them in a different way. Like, what are some things that you found, like other motivating factors, other tactics, other things that, like, because not everyone is like a kumbaya person. Some people, they're like, and I've tried this with some individuals, and it helps if I know what their profession is. People who work with numbers, I try to say, let's try to lose 5 pounds this month. You're at 255. Let's go to 250 by the end of the month. I don't normally do that. I don't like giving people like an expectation or a goal line in such a like a black and white sense, because I like to make some people surpass it, but then some people, they're like, yeah, I'm not making progress. I'm like, are you a numbers person? So then I'll go with a number.
Yeah.
What are some things that you've seen are effective?
Well, that makes a lot of sense, because everyone thinks differently. Everyone processes information differently, like you said, engineers as well, engineers and accountants.
Sure.
They're very specific, very, in the box, has to be a specific way. So you have to deal with those people in the way they understand.
Sure.
And that was perfect what you said. Let's work on 5 pounds now. And then when we hit 5 pounds, we reassess and, we'll move on from there. I do a similar tactic as well. I take it in small bite-sized pieces with those people, because that's what they understand.
Yeah.
Right. And they don't understand. Let's see if our goal is to have you lose 65 pounds in a year.
That's a mountain.
They can't. Yeah, that's a mountain for them. They can't comprehend that because their brain doesn't. They don't process information that way.
Especially if they've been in the process of gaining weight for the past history. They're like, how am I going to like stop this ball from rolling down the hill and then start pushing it back up?
Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of people, they especially today with information, it's really fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
They want things right away. It's immediate gratification.
Yeah.
And I tell them, it took you this long to gain the weight. How would you expect to lose it in less than a third of the time?
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, they read somewhere online someone was saying, I lost 60 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
This is how you do it.
exactly. Yeah.
Well, you actually mentioned something that I really like is the issue of like self-gratification as a function of why people gain weight in the first place.
Yeah, it's that they want to feel it's that happy. They want to feel happy. It's that like the gratification of feeling happy, and when they're stressed, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we get that spike of cortisol that happens, right? And what happens physiologically, and when people don't understand, well, when they're stressed, they automatically go to they eat ice cream, or they eat this cookie, or they eat this cake, or whatever. It's not anything that that they're choosing to do. It's actually a physiological function within the body, because when your cortisol spikes, what happens when your cortisol spikes is it's the fight or flight hormone.
Yes.
Right? And that makes you crave sweet and salty foods.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when they crave those sweet and salty foods, then they have that little fix. It gives them that temporary feeling of, okay, well, things are better now.
Mm-hmm.
My body feels better physiologically, but like again, it's short-lived, and it's not the healthy way to go. Right?
And then I feel like it propagates it, and then
and
you
then
need a little bit more, and a little bit's a habit,
exactly.
and then every day, and then twice a day.
Yes, it's a vicious circle.
Yeah.
And I see one of the best things to alleviate that is exercise.
Yes.
And proper eating, obviously. Mm-hmm.
Right. When you speak to new clients, what percentage of them are like, oh, I'm ready, I'm whatever you tell me I'm going to do, versus I don't think I can do it, or let's negotiate?
I don't get hardly anyone that says I can't do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I do get quite a few that says let's negotiate.
Yeah.
Right. So when I see what their goals are, I say, what are your goals, and over what period of time do you want to accomplish this? And that'll give me that information to know how to customize the program for them.
Yeah.
And I say, whatever is on the program is what you can do. And then, well, can I do this?
Mm-hmm.
And what about this? And can I eat this? And can I eat that? But what if I don't like this? Can I eat this? And I tried to give in a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
And once I started giving in, they ask for more and more and more. And then before they know it, they're completely off track.
Why do you think they do that in the beginning?
Again, because they think it's going to be hard for them. So they want to make it a little bit easier.
But they want results.
And they want the familiarity.
Yeah.
They want that people love things that are familiar to them.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like change.
Yeah.
Right. So can I have this? Because I normally eat this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really eat this. I've never tried it before. So let me have this because I'm familiar with that. But they still want the results without having to doing exactly what I tell them. And that's why these big companies, with these, lose a lot of weight really quickly pill.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that would be the perfect answer for a lot of them. It's like, just give me something that makes it go away, and I can still do what I like.
It's the quick fix. But the thing is, we have to look at the root issue. Okay. When a big company promotes a weight loss or a diet pill, and you think about, you have this weight gain, and you now have these health issues associated with the weight gain. Mm-hmm. So we have to look at the root issue. By implementing a weight loss pill, you didn't gain the weight and these health issues by what's missing by the weight loss pill that was missing in your diet.
Sure.
That's not what caused the issue.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you implement that to lose the weight and to reduce those health issues?
Because we have a Band-Aid society.
Exactly. People want the quick fix without having to change anything in their life.
Right.
Right. So people don't like change. But sorry to say, that's life. You have to make those changes.
Is it safe to say that either through ignorance or omission of care, that we choose an unhealthy lifestyle. We are actively playing a role in that.
I don't know if it's as much a lack of ignorance in that sense as it is a lack of education.
Okay.
Which is one of the 4 pillars of living a healthy lifestyle that I teach is education. Because once we know why we're doing what we're doing, then living a healthy lifestyle is sustainable. I always say, I think you've heard the saying too, you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man the fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Yes.
Right? So by teaching someone the ins and outs, the rights and wrongs, what certain foods will do to your body versus the healthier version per se of the same food. What's the difference between white rice and a brown rice? What's the difference between a sprouted grain bread and a white bread? When people understand that, then they can make sustainable changes in their life over the long term.
I understand. My brain tends to go in a cynical direction, but I mean with the intention of trying to understand. So going back to when people negotiate, is it fair to say that sometimes they do it almost as maybe a test to see if we have a justification? So if you tell someone, I'd like for you not to have a bagel for breakfast, and they're like, why not? What's wrong with a bagel? I thought it's, but cream cheese is healthy. What's wrong with that? And if you give them a good answer, a reasonable answer, even though in the back of their mind, they probably know it's not great for them. Do you think that just giving an answer and being able to justify your stance is probably all that they needed to hear?
For sure. Oh, definitely.
There's that sense of like, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, he's holding me accountable. I can't fool this guy.
Right. There's definitely those people that test you. And see
how I'm positing that everyone does it to some degree.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would
It's like, I work so hard. I can have like a cupcake twice this week. I worked hard.
But to me, there's I agree with you, and I don't frown upon everyone out on your listeners might not agree with me, but I don't frown upon if someone wants to have a cupcake or a piece of cake every now and again, right? Because what I teach is a lifestyle.
Yes.
Right. It's not. See, the word diet. I don't use the word diet. Okay, because look at
it's been tainted, right?
Yeah, look at the first 3 letters in the word diet. It spells die. Come on, right? So, and I don't teach diet. I teach a lifestyle.
You call it alive it.
Right. So so let's look at the animal kingdom.
Yes.
Okay. What's a lion's diet?
Everything else.
Animals. It's meat.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
A lion's not going to say one day, you know what? I'm looking a little bit chunky around the waist. I think I'm going to start eating vegetables now and going to be a vegetarian.
Wouldn't work?
No, same thing as a giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
A giraffe is a herbivore. Yeah. It doesn't eat meat. A giraffe's not going to say one day, you know what? I think I'm craving a burger. I want to eat meat now. That's their diet. That's what they eat for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
So the only difference between the animal kingdom and us is that we have the power of choice, and that's where everything goes wrong, in my opinion. That we choose what we want to eat, and that's what sends us off track, is what we're changing our minds all the time. And then we have these big marketing companies that says, no, you need this pill for the quick fix. Mm-hmm. No, I teach a lifestyle. So if because people will go to the birthday parties, they will go to the family barbecues, they